What do sloths like to read? Snooze papers. You know, like newspapers? Join me today. We're going to be drawing sloths. We need some markers, some paper, some crayons. Let's get started. So today for my drawing, I'm going to be using a pink pencil crayon, a green marker, a black marker, a brown marker, and a gray marker. We're going to be doing a sloth. So the first thing I'm going to do is draw a little tree. Now a tree branch, because my sloth is hanging from a tree. I'll start here. We're not going to see the whole branch, but some of the branch. Now this is a bit backwards, but this time I'm going to do my sloth's claws next. So one of his hands is going to go up and hang on the tree. So I'm going to do 1, 2, 3 claws hanging on the tree. A little bit further, and I'm going to do another 3 claws. 1, 2, 3. And then my tree is going to come up a little bit, and I'll do another 3 claws. 1, 2, 3. Now I'll finish my branch coming out just over here. Now later I'll put a few leaves so you can really tell this is part of a tree. So the next part of my drawing is going to be my sloth's head and body. So I'm going to start with a few little waves in his hair. He's got some cool hair going. I'm going to do a round head. And instead of closing off the circle of his head, I'm going to have the line come down his body. This is going to be one of his arms. And on this side, I'll do the same. One of his arms comes up to hang on to that tree. And down. And I'm going to do one of his legs coming up to hold on to that tree. And this will just go down and connect his body. So there's a lot of missing pieces here right now, but we can start to connect them. We can make the tree come down so that you can see his claws hanging onto the tree. We'll do the same over here. And in this case, his foot is going to be hanging on this side of the tree. So we're missing one leg right here. Add it. Okay, it's starting to come together. We're going to put a few more claws on our arm that is dangling down. So we've got 3 down there as well. So this is the outline of our sloth. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is my sloth's head. So for his face, I'm going to actually make kind of like a wide heart shape. He's got a heart-shaped face. Very cute. And I come down the body. So can you see that heart? Kind of a heart-shaped face. Also a heart-shaped nose right in the middle of his face. Just a wide heart. Make it a little bit bigger. Okay, now I'm going to be doing his eyes. Now the eyes are kind of on the side of the nose. They're not quite up high like our eyes are. Let's see. I'm going to do one circle. And on the other side, another circle. Now I'm going to do the same kind of eyes I've done for some of my other animals, where the inner circle is going to be like a moon shape. It's not his full eye. It's a little moon shape. Okay. Now sloths have the coolest mouths ever. They look like they're smiling all the time. They're kind of fun to draw. They can't help it. They're not always happy, but the way God made them, their facial structures look like they're smiling all the time. Now, his markings by his eyes are my next drawing. He has these kind of mask-like black areas that come on his face. Okay. So, we've got a sloth's face now. Woohoo! Now, the next thing I'm going to do is add a bit of detail to my tree. I'm going to add some leaves. Sloths love to eat leaves and buds and flowers and things like that. They're actually really slow eaters though, too. It can take up to a month for a sloth to digest one leaf. There we go. Now we can tell it's a tree. All right, so I'm gonna start coloring my sloth. The first thing I'm gonna color is my leaves on the tree. Use my green marker. Now I was thinking of what I could call my sloth. I'm gonna call him Stanley. Stanley the sloth. It's a good S name. Okay, now I've got my tree colored. It's time to color my sloth. I'm gonna do the markings on his eyes black. Now I've seen some sloths that are gray and brown and all different shades. Some of them are actually green because they have algae that lives on their fur, and it makes them look like they are part of the forest. Okay. One of the cool things I learned about sloths when I was reading about them this week are that they are great swimmers. They can move about 4 times faster when they're in the water by swimming. And they can hold their breath for up to 40 minutes under the water. Who knew? So sloths spend about 90% of their life hanging upside down, which I think is so cool. They're also the slowest mammal on the planet. What color are you guys making your sloth today? I'd love to see a picture. You can always follow us on Instagram for Commons Kids and share with us what you've been drawing. Or if you've got a great new idea for our next Draw With Me, be sure to send it to us so that it can be featured in the next drawing. Stanley the Sloth is looking pretty good. Do you guys know a movie where there is a sloth in the movie? I was thinking of, there was a few different movies that had sloths in them. Coloring his last leg, and this leg is kind of hiding behind the body here, so I'm going to try and make it a little bit darker. Okay, last but not least, I'm going to give Stanley some cute little cheeks. That was fun, guys. See you next week. Bye.